Yo, what is up, everyone? This is your host, Ricky. Welcome to another Tales of Web3. Today we are recording Season 3, Episode 12 with Xin, the co-founder and CEO of Sign Protocol. How's it going, brother?
I'm doing good. This is a beautiful morning in New York City.
Beautiful morning. So the reason why I'm super excited to talk to you is not only because there's so much hype going around Sign lately, right? We've seen if you're active on crypto Twitter, you definitely see people wearing this orange glasses, right? They're calling themselves Orange Dynasty. But personally, like I shared, I've been following the project for I think 3 years now, ever since the $12 million you guys got from 3 Sequoias, which is pretty impressive. And why don't we start this today's podcast with a little bit more about yourself and the origin story of Sign.
Okay, sure. So about myself, I joined crypto from 2017 as a EE major engineer, and I was the first generation DJ who still mine crypto with circuits, who still
shit
crypto, mine all the shitcoin and sell them fast. And so that's how I got into crypto, and I basically give up all the traditional WE major career path and just aping. And so after that, I started doing investment in crypto. I think that was the golden age of crypto investment. Back then, you invest in every blockchain. The FDB is so cheap if you see from now. And start from 2021. I think probably it's time. I think we already seen enough stuff. Try build our own stuff. So
you want to build
2021. Yes,
that's awesome.
I think that's by the way, I think that's the one of the two ways to ride a bull market is start your own project.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, the first time when I heard about Sign back in 2022, I think you guys started as eSign, right? Basically, I think it's a decentralized way of DocSign, right? Like you can protect your privacy and stuff like that. But ever since then, you guys built a lot of other cool shit, right? You guys get the Sign Pass right now, working with the government. You also get the TokenTable, right, which is primarily the primary revenue source. But for the 4 years of you guys building the company, what would you say is the hardest challenge that the team have to break through, and probably even still trying to do it until today?
Yeah. I think if you see from years of a frame, the most important thing is that I think crypto is everything is happening so fast. All the narrative only lasts for 3 months or these things. Right? So say if you don't have a team, you have a couple friends, you can build different stuff every week, over every month. But you have so after you have team, you have proper investors backing, and I think it's sort of you need to figure out a way from so a lot of hype or a temporary product market fit come from the narrative. So basically it's you're gonna find a consistent way or cohesive product stack or consistent vision between all the different come and goes narrative. So as say there will be 4 narrative every year, and you sort of need to find a certain level of product market fit from each of them to keep the attention from the market, and also
the growth
in the market, also to try some new ideas with the current hottest project on some to figure out if RWA is if now is a good time for RWA, now is a good time for AI agents. So keep trying stuff, but still don't lose your identity, and you still build a consistent branding about what you're doing. That's actually very hard. Think about it. I mean, it's a long way, right? So in the very beginning of 2021, and then there's people just keep talking about DeFi and NFTs, and we start talking about Web3. We're so early joining talking about this is in the future how application works. Just forget about SaaS business model is really disappointing. So we witnessed the whole hype of Web3 start from nobody talking about it, nobody talking about DAO and Web3, to suddenly everybody building out different kind of applications with the new the internet. And then in 2022, 2023, it slowly dies. Like we realize, okay, so this is not how it works. So Web3 is not to replace Web2, and people start to launch memes. So yeah, really fast. I mean, like yeah, that's the challenging part. I think a lot of people will
That's
give up in a sense. Like sometimes I think like 4 years to a lot of traditional companies not alone, but in crypto we do see a lot of companies launch funded same time with us already dead. So it's just like
I'm sure, right? Like I think the really interesting that I really agree with you is like unlike traditional Web2 companies where there's usually like a linear or exponential growth, right? If you write on one narrative good. For crypto it's more like a ladder growth, right? Whatever narrative you catch, you get a ladder. And then you get like a very steep like growth until you catch the next. And the other interesting thing is I think you guys has catched some good narratives, and you guys are even trying to create your own, right? The three product, right? Sign, the token table,
yes,
and Sign Pass. And I think there's like a bunch of new other applications that you guys are trying to
yes.
invent. But like, tell us a little bit more about like how your product, how your vision, the team fit into the narratives. What are some good decisions that you're able to make, and what are some lessons in there?
Yeah, I think the most important thing is the vision or like the direction. So because of like say we are bullish on crypto adoption, always like start from the very beginning ideas we're thinking about, okay, we're going to build something with blockchain but provide services to everybody, because we see blockchain not as an isolated island. A lot of people think so, right? A lot of people build on like everything purely native. It's not, all the language is not for outsiders to enter or to use, but we think about like we want to scale, we want to let everybody use crypto from day one. And that's why I think so. Firstly, we build our products. We're thinking about using some amazing features from blockchain to more scenarios. That's why we build many like different services, and also for like choose partners. Like last year, we bet on Ton. That's I think our
That's a great bet.
yeah, that's great bet, right? So in the very early of 2024, even 2023, I start to connect with Ton ecosystem. We start to build mini apps because we think Ton is a great opportunity to mass onboarding, right? So onboard a lot of Telegram user to crypto. So and we build the most important projects or infra for the ecosystem, which is token distribution. They did create a lot of meme coins or like game coins and distribute to millions of addresses. And our products, TokenTable, empower the whole process. That's why we make pretty good revenue last year.
Is that how you guys code started TokenTable?
Not really. So TokenTable started.
Because yeah, sorry to interrupt, but like the question I always have, like I think it's a great product,
Yeah.
but I always curious, how do you guys find the first like customers and stuff like that, right? Because before the product is live, there's all these different kind of tools, right? Where obviously people how to claim airdrops. Sometimes they just the products that develop their own website and so how did you guys find product market fit for that unique product, and how the code start problem got solved?
Okay, I can talk like I can start with an intro for turntable. So turntable
Yeah, please.
has come from the idea of Balaji's mirror table. So basically, we all think like Balaji is one of our investors, by the way. So we were talking about this idea. We see blockchain as the best ledger technology in a sense, right? So like if you launch like a ledger of stable coins, like US dollar, that's stable coin. If you launch a ledger of cap table, that's token table, right? So just put all
Oh,
the table on. So
that's cool.
that's why we have token table. And in the very beginning, we see okay, we learn a lot from Carta, and we try to target like small business, like companies or even VCs. Because in the very beginning, in 2022, that was the hype of the VC area.
Yes, yes.
Are so hyped about all the ideas like you show to them, so they say, okay, we're gonna use it, we're gonna do this. But so after we build the products, we realize there's some real problems. Like say, like generally, crypto projects don't want fully transparent for different reasons, right? But
Yeah, I feel you.
well, okay, so maybe the primary like functionality offered from the product is not token, like it's not cap table management. It's more like use a smart contract to execute the terms. Like for say, I invest in projects and I have 2 year unlock. So every month right now is the founder manually using spreadsheet to send token to investor one by one. That's That's the thing.
I've seen that before, actually. I've seen that before.
You think about it, it's $1 billion company, and the founder just do it like manually. And because like say sometimes I send money to you first and you dump first, there's a lot of drama, you know.
Oh,
So
actually, that's so true.
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like so unprofessional stuff happening. Even last year, there is a project like was a super hyped like project when they launched token, they accidentally unlocked the
Oh shit, I saw that, and I know which project you're talking about. We won't mention names, but I know exactly what you're talking
That's
about.
pretty fucked up, right? They just email all the investors say, "Sorry, we missed. It's a mistake. Don't sell."
Yeah, we saw the Twitter too. Like, there's
So,
some guy leaked it, right? Like,
yeah, this is I mean, so
so that's how you guys wanted to build originally, first way.
so that's how we realize the real problem is the execution itself, because like no matter how big project it is, TGE is usually the first time the founder launch token, and no one want to fuck it up. So we built the best system for airdrop and also unlock. It's a set of smart contract with the front end, and we start to provide services to StarNet. I think that's the Zeta Chain StarNet. That was the pioneer two projects.
Oh, nice.
And later we have Movement, Ton, and Kaya. So especially with Ton, because the addresses is so many.
Yes.
We got pretty decent revenue.
Oh, so that's how TokenTable is going to grow.
Yeah. So right now, we see TokenTable is more like a like investment banking worse broker business, because so firstly we provide services to foundations, making sure the token distribution is smooth, and secondly, we offer OTC services to them, because there's right now all the projects with so long vesting schedules, and investors may want exit earlier, so we help them sell the locked portion token, making sure the buyers will get the token. That's kind of necessary.
But once you have to have the good branding first, right? And that's exactly how you are able to build it with all these projects launch. Once you get that, you can unlock the OTC side of things and more probably other kind of business in the future. That's awesome. So we talked about eSign, we talked about TokenTable. There's one more, right? There's the Sign Pass, which I think is pretty cool. Like, you guys are working with how many government right now already?
Yeah, I can give you a number, maybe.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about that. And I love the Sign logo on these, like the ID cards, right? Like, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah. So actually, we see our business as like two business. One is TokenTable as the crypto Goldman Sachs. The second one is Sign protocol and all the affiliate application or services we build on top of it. So it's basically the vision for the Sign protocol side is we're making all the different digital information cross border or say globally verifiable. Just like let's say how blockchain transaction works is a transaction can be globally verifiable, mathematically verifiable. That's actually a very unique feature only blockchain system offers. Think about, let's say, your driver license cannot be verified by other foreign country, right?
Yes.
That's why, say my parents are from China. My parents, when they apply a U.S. Visa, they need to manually submit many docs to prove, let's say, how much money they have in banks, their identity is real, and this stuff. But still, I mean, all the stamps, the paperwork, and these technology are invented thousands of years ago, as AI era, right? So
it's an outdated system, basically.
Yeah, basically we extended this verifiability feature from blockchain transactions into more scenarios. We build a structure called attestations, right? So now you just not use blockchain, not just can attest like you transact A token, the amount of A token to B. You can also prove, like say, your consent to a contract, your identity, or say like you attest somebody as identity, right? If the attester are governments, then the government are issue identities, right? Legal identities. So that's how it works. We basically build an infrastructure and we build a couple showcase, and the eSign and SignPass are the showcases. So this is a very big vision, and we have this idea, and we've been struggling thinking about how to go to market. But I think last year or the beginning of this year, Trump coin really gave us a chance. So basically, Trump launched a coin, although a lot of people hate it, but it basically gave a lot of small governments saying, okay, it's
We wanted to do this, right? Or
if
no?
you want to do, you can do like whatever, like for this blockchain. So we start to pitch. Well, first we find the right partner. We find the right angle. Like we're building a whole like blockchain stack for countries because this will become one of our major
Oh,
um,
nice.
strategy. Because firstly, we see blockchain as a public infrastructure as good for public services. Right? So a lot of public services, like think about like what kind of like let's say for IDs for like register ownership or like incorporate a lot of stuff like has happened or like controlled by governments in the traditional world
Yes, yes.
because governments present trust, present accountability. But in the blockchain world, we see blockchain as a better platform, so people trust it. People can see all the like the result, or let's say the the audit records and stuff. So we're moving a lot of these public services on a public infra, which is blockchain. So we're offering a whole stack for small countries, especially small countries, because their digital infra as firstly weak and secondly independent from like major countries.
And they're more open-minded, right, to the new technologies.
Or say they got hurt from like major countries control. So a lot of countries, Caribbean islands, they if they're using right now they're still using cash because if they're using digital payment system like Visa, they pay 8%.
What?
Right. Yes.
Eight is crazy.
8%. Yes.
But why? Why is eight? Like, because I think for us, if we live in the state, like, there's no way we pay eight,
Yeah,
right?
so firstly, there's a forex problem, right? So you need
Okay,
to,
okay.
and secondly, for like small amount of money, they charge actually more. So a lot of people,
Oh,
yeah, is a lot of people
I see.
in those islands are not very rich, so they pay actually. So in U.S. usually we pay 2%, but in there is 5 to 8%, especially when money is circulating in the country. So
I
they
see.
yeah, so that's why they are also the first country
Interesting.
to legalize Bitcoin as legal tender, and
Yes.
using blockchain. Yes, so we basically build a whole stack, like start from a sovereign layer two. So we help them launch layer twos because I think that's the best scenario for people to have layer two because you want to have unique user base and unique applications.
Oh,
A bunch of people to not paying gas fee, right? So if you can verify these people are your citizens, they have like maybe $1 to $2 free gas every day or every week or something, right? So
that's lit.
yes,
I like that.
yeah, and based on the sovereign layer two, we can build all the different type of public services. Start from ID. So if ID are on-chain verifiable, so you can use the ID to do eKYC through all the central exchanges and banks. No need to hold your passport, take a picture. That verifies nothing. It just looks authentic.
And you can buy people's passport
Yeah.
information too.
That's just a. There's just no way to actually verify. But
Yes.
with us, like it's verifiable, and say for EQIC for Visa, I mean for Visa basically a ticket to another country, right? So they also need to verify who you are, and also based on that, we work with the governments like stablecoin or something, providing digital banking payments. So there's a whole set of systems. I say, because on crypto, your identity and your account are the same thing. So it's actually simplify a lot of stuff for a country. We're offering the same the whole stack. We'll just let them choose. So last year, we already have two countries onboarded. Like last year, we have
Which are those?
what Sierra Leone,
Which are the two countries?
Sierra Leone, Ras Al Khaimah. So
Oh,
Ras Al
nice.
Khaimah is one of the Emirates in UAE, and so Sierra Leone last year we built a whole like ID system for their like green card holders and foreigners in the country. So it's a good test pilot. We learned like what's the general rule for like we work with countries, say like the sensitive data can never be out of the country, that kind of thing. So we understand the boundaries and stuff to build a. So this year we work with actually more partners. We work with also receive funds from Binance and work with like Binance affiliated like people. So like say for the global to push the global adoption. So
That's awesome.
yes, so we're gonna have a huge partner in Asia, like surrounding Thailand. It will be a border control system for 11 countries, and we'll also try to work with Abu Dhabi. So after Abu Dhabi, because Abu Dhabi and
That's huge. That's the center of UAE.
yeah. By the way, you think about the global map here. So right now, it's China
Okay,
and
okay.
US who's the top leading strong digital power inside
Yes,
build their own
yes.
digital infrastructure, and they actively export to the others. But for a lot of small countries, among all the other countries, as Singapore and UAE, they also firstly have a very strong digital infrastructure, and also they're exporting their standard to their neighbor countries. Let's say say US have Visa and Mastercard, China have Union Pay, but Singapore have Nets,
Yes.
right? And UAE, they have their own like system. They're also exporting to the other Middle East and African countries. So we work with them because it's so hard for us to work with China and US. But
Yeah.
but we as a leading company in crypto, we can work with. We already work with ThinkPass, and right now we're negotiating a deal with UAE. So with UAE Pass and also the G42. So that's happening.
That's awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. Like the thing I really respect you guys is like because for crypto natives, right? Especially OGs like you, like people I think in our space tend to hate to deal with government side of things, if you know what I mean. Like we like to stick to our own crypto native, like DeFi on chain stuff, right? Whenever we talk about government, like the normal attitude is like fuck them, right? Like don't you ever touch like what we're building. But like you guys are actually trying to bring this like the blockchain technology to like real world adoption, and I think that's a pretty bold move. And I'm assuming like the entire process is extremely hard, right? Like because you're literally dealing with like government, which by definition they are like slow and there's a lot of bureaucracy going
Yeah, I
around.
mean, as long as you understand how government works and what they want, and it's getting easier. There's a profession called like government relationship, or there's also a profession called diplomatic operation.
you got those professionals on your team too, right?
Yeah, so like I at least I make a lot of friends in that area because I totally understand what you're saying because I was one of the cynical.
Yeah, because still most people in crypto still are like that, right?
Right, it's like 100% liberalism, and we hate like CBDC. But I mean, but when you really think about it, we do need a government, right? Say like who take care of the elder and the disabled. Like if somebody needs to take care of them, right? So we are good. We can travel whatever we want, but the government stay there. They are providing public services. So and a lot we need to we respect them, right? Because like say why
Yes.
like so from crypto, a lot of crypto people think like say capitalism is the best. Why like should China have control over like if people want to exchange their money into US dollar, but you see like a lot of countries actually do hurt or get burned a lot by US dollar policy, like say
Yes.
Thailand or Southeast Asia countries. I mean, there's the rules stay here, the regulations stay here is for a reason. But the problem is back to us. We as a crypto native people, do we want to go bigger or not? Do we want to provide services to every human being, everybody use crypto or not, or just us as smart geeks and gamble with each other? So I think the idea for me is pretty straightforward. I want to build a system. I want to use blockchain as the platform to distribute the best assets and services to a lot of people because I still see a lot of people they can never get a chance to use US dollar before USDT. They can never get a chance to buy Nvidia stock or like say the other stock because say if there's some sort of wrapper for Nvidia on chain. So or like say a lot of the public services. Sometimes I have these crazy ideas. If you think about it, maybe we can build a pension fund on chain for everybody, for global citizens, right?
Oh my god,
You think
that
about
is going to be wild.
I just I just had these ideas recently, and I don't see why we can't do it, right? Say a lot of countries don't have a really good pension fund structure, right? And
Yes.
if we already give them financial freedom, they can use cryptocurrency. They can they can join a global pension fund, right? In a sense, if you find
Yes.
the right partner and people trust you, right? So, okay, back to the topic. So,
I love that, by the way. I love that.
yeah, I mean, that's the mission for Sign Protocol, and so the most interesting, the angle for government on-chain government is how we build more like a scenario to push the products. But on the other hand, we're going to build an app. So build an app just like Alipay in a sense, because you see Alipay as a super app that have your identity, have your money, and also you can get access to all the public services.
Yes.
So we're gonna build an app just like Alipay is a called Sign app, and that will become the way where we put all our traction, our user, call our people to do one thing, just download the app and use the app.
I actually love that. And there's like if we just using the Alipay as example, right? There's way beyond things that you guys are building right now. There can also be like eSIM cards, right, where people can do on-chain global. Yes, yes, exactly.
Right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And like the pension thing you're talking about can be embedded into one of the features in the future too, which is
Yes. It is. So Alipay already showcased that it works.
exactly. I like that a lot. I think like yeah, definitely there is a problem where we see like in government like worldwide, and like yeah, if we see the problem, the normal thing or the better solution is we use this technology we have to try to solve that instead of like sticking to ourselves and
yeah.
So yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for I really you got me pumped up, like by sharing this vision.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of governments, but it's just like I see this year is a perfect year to work with government because this year the prices are stable.
Yes.
So and Trump launched a coin, so it's good. If the price dumped too much, and the door for us to talk to governments are closed. Seriously, they will just start to think about like crypto are all scammers again.
Yes.
And, so we really push this year. But if they're not working on that, we're gonna promote Sign Up either way.
Let's go. Thanks for the courage and everything you guys are doing. Let's talk about the community because I'm sure you have like a lot of like good insights that you guys have learned, right? So you guys been building this company for 4 years, almost 4 years now, and in the middle of I think 2024 around Q3, your community start to get hacked up, right? There start to be this orange glasses on people's profile pictures, and like right now, right, I'd say it's even like more hypier, right? I think people do have expectations for some big announcement that's gonna come up. Probably the TGE, probably you guys gonna set a foundation.
Yeah.
Not sure yet, but like, can you share a little bit more about how to build a hyped up community? That's the first question. And second, do you think like the thing that I'm always having, right, is when projects, especially projects with good backers, right, tens of millions of dollars they fundraised, and people tend to like to farm, right, or to do whatever because they wanted to have the token expectation. But normally when the project had the TGE done, the community gradually, if not dies, they fade away, right? Because there's so many players, like you said. Every single narrative is coming up. Projects without TGE yet, right, tend to attract those attentions. So the second question for you is why Orange Dynasty? Why the community you guys are building, right? It's different. Why it's not gonna die?
Yes.
And yeah, please, let's start from here.
Okay, so so basically, we are a typical VC coin from the. I'm a VC guy, so I understand how to get VC people hyped up, and how to get funded. But it took me like 2 years to realize how important actually a community can be. So there's a very interesting question: is product first or community first? Right. So a lot of people.
Yes. So yes.
I realized community first, like in 2023, and we just figure out like different ways to build a community. Seriously, I think that's very important realization because you realize. So how VC coin game works is like you fake a problem and you fake a solution and you sell this fake solution.
That's so brutal but true.
Right. So basically, for like when you pitch investors, you're selling your fake solutions, but you don't really have one, and you don't really put them into the market, but you're selling this fake solution, and usually the investor will buy in the fake solutions, and then like you build up products and start to think about, okay, how the product can fit with the market. So that's just like a very inefficient thing, a very
Yes.
inefficient game. So the value creation should be like you already have a bunch of community, and you realize, okay, what community need, what community want, and you build for them. And also from a crypto native perspective, I think you think about all the coins before 2017, they have a community, they don't have product, they don't have
That's
like,
actually true. Yes.
it's just a community and a cryptocurrency, right? So what will have like Ethereum team do? They only build a client, right? Everybody run the same client to launch their blockchain, and all the other stuff, even Etherscan, are built by community.
Mm.
So you don't really need to, if you really
But
want.
but like in the other side defense, Ethereum is more like absolute example, right? Like more tokens. I would say 99.99 tokens back in 2017 they died.
Yeah.
Still in the end.
Yes. Uh, that's true though. But what I'm saying is realize community is important. If your community stays with you, your project will be alive, right? So you
Yes.
realize, so VC in their language framework, they want something like a business, like a stock, right? They want the product can make money, can have revenue, and all that stuff. We're already past, we're already a good VC coin. We already have a business, but the next step is to launch a real community. Because if you're only a, like pure VC business, or like pure like a business driven like a solution provider company, it's good, but you don't have the network effect in a sense, right? You don't have a strong like I mean, if you only build a successful business in crypto, that means you missed the biggest potential.
Like the core, right? Like because you need a community to hold your token to uplift it. Otherwise, it's just gonna
No,
no.
it's not about like the community hold your token. That's about the community itself, because the biggest opportunity for doing crypto or launch a token is to build a new religion,
No new religion.
right? You think about it, right? Bitcoin religion or Ethereum a religion, right?
Yes.
When Ethereum have a DevCon in Colombia, so 1,000 people fly to Colombia the first time and have a huge gathering there and talk about what they're doing. So, so the community itself is actually, in a sense, very important compared to like products. So I think so. Basically, we're trying to be a company have a bit of both. So you have a product to show the capability of keep building stuff, and secondly, you have a community to understand who you are building for, and who's gonna give you feedbacks and stuff. So, and to back to your question, like how to build a hypothesis
Yes.
and stuff. We usually don't say something like this because it's not about hype people up. It's about people into your community, right? So it's
I
like
agree. I agree.
let people hype up is very easy. You just have a bunch of investors invest in you, and people hype naturally hyped. But the real problem is
How
how
to
to
stay.
build a real community. I mean, farmers are not your community. They just want to like say make some free money from your community,
Yes.
from your project.
Yes.
Totally, if your farming mechanism design right, you can get some good like traction or something. But that's not a real community. I have to say that. So your community is defined as people who love this thing and who contribute this thing. And people, I don't mind people. People in the future can definitely benefit from the project, grow with the project, stay with the project. They want to, they devoted themselves into it. So this is very important. And there's not many projects actually want to build a community in a sense, because you see most of the projects, they don't care. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
they don't care. They seem scared, right? They seems have a lot of mechanisms. If you do A, you will get B, and stuff. But they don't care about community. Like so, there's not much founders really engaging with community on Twitter, like say some real stuff, and they're just trying to say we're awesome. You come to buy our token,
Yeah.
right? So like our token gonna get listed on the major exchanges, come to buy. And that's what the message they actually convey. They don't really help community to grow
Agree.
themselves. We help the community to grow their followers. We help build a community. Not like we broadcasting everything to the community. We actually have a P2P structure. They engage with each other, right? We have a strong community of people who have around 100 followers. These people are so hard to get like and reply from
Yes.
like project founders or project themselves. But we have 5 people. I'm the chief reply guy. I spend one
Love
hour.
that title. Love that title, by the way.
Yes, I spend 1 hour like people's tweet and reply
Oh my God.
retweet. So
That's
we
nice.
have at least like 20 KOL incubated within the ecosystem. They start with like hundreds like followers. Right now, there are thousands. So and
Nice.
they know each other, and even in the future. So the community in our the mod in our community is now we're nominating. It's like they're gonna do election by themselves. So the
Oh,
community elect who can be the mod, who can receive the most rare drop. So that's like I mean build a real
that's a real community right there.
yeah, that's a real community. It's just real. And so community also, like the amazing part is community is 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 live or living in a sense. They organize their own stuff. They create their own culture. You just curate it a little bit or incubate a little bit, but later they're gonna expand by themselves. So right now we're expanding country by country. We have our own like very special names and games. Like we're not never a fan of top-down definitions. So the name of Orange Dynasty, I didn't choose it. So like, the people say the
That's a
Orange,
very
yeah.
great choice, by the way, because like when people think about Orange, they think about your community, right? Which is a pretty. I don't know. I think whoever come up with that is a fucking genius.
The color is chosen by me because color is very strong stuff.
Yes, yes. Like there's no like crypto projects that are represented by like the orange theme. You know what I mean? Because I know Monet they have the purple, right? Which is
Actually, just Bitcoin.
that's also true.
So what I'm saying is that a color is a very strong identity
Yes.
identifier. Right? Say if you say blue, you think about Biden, Joe Biden. So you think of red, you think about the other stuff. So like a color is very strong branding. You want people to easily firstly show their identify themselves as a part of the community, and secondly, you don't want to take away their identity. You want to have a combination of their identity and your community identity. So we design the sign glasses, so they still keep their PIP, but they're seeing signs.
Love that. Love
And
that.
yeah, I mean, so and back, I think you're also asking. So how can we making sure the communities keep alive, keep
After the TGE,
after
yes.
TGE? So it's just like the structure design. A lot of projects when they how they design their stuff is they show their best performance or the best like image right before TGE, and after
Yes.
TGE, there's just nothing really happens. So also like for the community incentive programs, it stopped was have a hard stop after TGE. So we gonna design a continuously program. So right now, like if you're getting roles in the community, and later after TGE, the roles will also make sense. Like we're gonna launch sign app, and when you log in with your address, you will
Oh, you're gonna see that. You're gonna saw that.
yes. And so right now we have 4 different roles in the community, like support warriors, serious builder, and different stuff. So the community will the identity will continues in our future products, and people gonna still benefit. We're gonna allocate 30% of total supply as a mining program for growth of sign up. So
Oh, so the 30% continued like rewards for whoever continue like to.
that's really huge. I mean, airdrop is just advertising.
It is huge. It is huge.
Yeah. So you want people to have. So that's also like with like echo with our philosophy, good in community. I mean, you don't want everybody to buy your token to join the community, or in a sense, you want to figure out a way to incentivize people to contribute to your to the direction you want to go, and they get the token naturally. That's how like say we can maintain a 20 team member team, but we have a huge like a presence because we have a huge community. And uh, like that's like I mean that echoes with our like future tokenomics design. So 30% is quite a lot.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Um, what do you think about the VC coins versus the meme coins? Do you think they're on the complete opposite, or you think on high level they're basically the same thing? Because obviously at this cycle, right, a lot of people are still even at this moment they're saying spreading hatred toward VC coins, right? They're not gonna buy, like I think they think people is gonna dump as soon as the token is live on centralized exchanges, right? But like, yeah, as a previous investor, you too, right? Like, what are your insights?
I think it depends on how you define this. Like usually when we say VC coins, like project usually raise a big money and have no product.
Yes, I'd say that.
So that kind of project, people don't like them as fair. I don't like them as well because right. So what the game is like a bunch of investors use their brand to build this Ponzi and use retail as like it's pure second market like manipulation. So nobody can like it. But a good VC coin is you have people to backing you and you build make sense products. And we also can see some good VC coins as well. And same as meme coin, like the true meme coin is like say Doge, PayPay. They relatively the real fair launch is POW. And so right now, like say the so-called fair launch on Pump Fund or the other directly on chain, it's just like they launch like maybe 10, 20 ticker, same ticker at once, and they snipe one of them.
That's actually so true. Like, aren't that exactly what people are saying bad about the VC coins, right? Like it's all insider. Yeah.
Worse, right? So even for VC coin, you can short them, but
Yes. There's no way you can. Yeah.
there's so like I mean they can do so many things. They can just dump everything and build a new one, right? So there's no fucking way you can make money start from this. It's just like a hyper vaporware for your money. I mean, I put like 200K in meme coin, and right now 95% down. So
Actually, I did same. I put like 30K in the Melee coin,
yeah,
which oh my god.
I mean it's so easy. So like I think people just generally don't like people building a fair game, but you have to say like people are complicated. Some people love to. So the other day I was making tweets. I would say in crypto, within the same word, there's different games. Some games are like attention games, right? Say, the president's coins or like some like celebrity launcher coin is attention game because attention will rise and fall. So
Yes.
there's no way attention can keep going. There's no fucking way. So the money or the candle chart will do the same thing. So if you want to be early, a lot of people do so. They believe they can be early enough. They can you can play this game. The other people like us, we see blockchain as a platform distributing asset services. So we are more like stable. We'll build our own community and our own products. So we're that kind of coin people can recommend their family to buy because you don't worry, pal. Like say, like
Nice.
months later, everything go to zero because there's a team, they're making money, they're growing. So that's for different audience. I do understand why people like gamble like 20x leverage, but it's just like not a reason, not a rational decision in a sense.
I agree. I think first of all, community is definitely the key. And second of all, I think meme coins, VC coins, these are all just like different ways of like how asset launch, right? If you're a bad actor, like there's always like a new way you can make your bad act like 10x the
Yeah.
profit. So
No,
like I think you just
I think some people are pretty bad in a sense. They
I
just
agree.
emotion. Like say the community in general don't like VC coin. They just keep amplify it and say, okay, you guys don't like meme coin. Don't like VC coin. Come to buy
Yes.
meme coin. I'm gonna rock you guys all. So
Oh
I
my
think
god.
these people are really bad in a sense, right?
Yes. And that's what makes like our space so controversial, I'd say. But gladly we have builders like you guys.
No, it's
So
okay.
yeah.
I'm just I really believe in Darwinism. So we're gonna let the community choose, just like blockchain, right? So blockchain can easily fork, can easily like die. I mean, we're gonna see like say like you said, a lot of projects same time as Ethereum already dead. I mean, in the I would think I say the same thing will happen in the next 4 years, probably Ethereum will die as well because nothing is.
Oh shit! Oh my god, are you serious?
I don't see why not.
Like okay, let's expand a little bit. Like why you just said that? Like why you think Ethereum is probably gonna die in 4 years?
Because like last year, there's a interesting podcast from like Bankless. There's a debating between like Ethereum and Solana, right?
I remember they had like the Tolly versus the Ethereum guy, right? Like I forget his
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he basically says Ethereum is too big to fail. I don't believe that. I don't think that's true. I mean, so if the governance structure keep there's because Ethereum is not adopting uh, a shareholder structure, like whoever
Yes.
hold Ethereum or have the big bag of Ethereum have no right to join the governance procedures. And but people are making decisions are people don't have ETH. So I just
Yes.
generally don't believe in that. And I don't believe in like people gonna fight for other people's interests. Was so yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I just don't see the reason. It's already big enough and never gonna die.
I agree with that because like our space is only like what 15 years. That's like if you expand that long horizon enough into like the technology history, or even the internet is so super young.
Yeah, I think also there's one element. It's about alignment, right? So if your
Alignment.
vision is to build a world computer, you want to align with everybody in this world, right? Say, like Ethereum, when they choose to switch to POS, they simply ignore all the interest from Chinese miners, right? So
Yeah, I saw a lot of people. They just turned to Bitcoin, right? Like they dropped Ethereum like all at once.
yes. Also, I mean, so that's how you abandon your de-aligned with
Yeah. The most supporters, right? People who've been supporting you since day one.
yes, from day one. Yeah, exactly day one. And later, I think, yeah, I mean, so right now China and US will have Solana. So in US, Solana is the US blockchain, and so it's kind of hard for Ethereum, I have to say.
Got it. But like, I remember you shared like sometimes ago, like you guys are working with government, like, but still those government chains still like L2s for now, right? But in the future, we probably I don't know. Are you guys gonna adopt Solana technology, SBMs?
We don't care. I mean,
Okay.
as
So as long as there's a chain that performs the most, right? That
yes,
are the
as
the government doesn't care too. I think.
yes, I think SVM, EVM, or like EVM is in a sense we choose the best because there's so many smart contracts already been tested out by EVM. So
Yes.
so we and the developer experience is the best. Still compared to Solana, sometimes I don't understand why Solana still have so bad developer experience. So as Tom, by the way. So and but I mean EVM is becoming the standard, but not necessarily Ethereum.
Got it. All right. Thanks for that. And yeah, the next question I really wanted to ask is like for you to share some really spicy, controversial hot takes that you held lately. I know we talk about Ethereum. I know we talk about like VC coins and meme coins. But what else? Give us some like spicy good ones.
Okay. So I got. Do you know Pi network?
Yes, Pi Network. A lot of people are FOMOing
Yeah.
hugely because they misjudged that coin many years ago.
Yes, I think Pi gonna really change how we see this world. I mean,
Oh,
Pi is a project that's, by my thinking, is building a real cryptocurrency, right? So and there's some interesting stuff I can.
yeah. Tell us.
I've been doing a lot of research. Um, so this is the stores offline store that receive Pi as payment method in Korea.
Is that state? No, Korea.
In Korea, yes.
Dude, that's crazy.
In the states, I'm not sure, but you can also see take a look. There's like people using Pi a lot. I mean, just a lot. They have like millions, like tens of millions QIC users. They have about like 100 million non QIC users.
Whoa. So it's not only like, because like this thing that I heard is only like Chinese, right? Chinese 大爷 and 大妈, they not so not only that, you're saying Koreans they already adopted that super well.
Yeah, I mean they have crazy. I mean, like say, I take a look at their numbers. I think the biggest user group from Western Africa, and then Southeast Asia, and then China and East Asia. But
Oh,
they also have a huge presence in the U.S. But what I'm really saying is, so within the crypto circle, like so people say inner circle is a very small circle
yes.
compared to how much money we have, how much user we have here, and the real reason behind why this market going so disappointed is just because the circle isn't enlarging. There's no new money coming in, but there's so many new assets being issued to the circle. That's why nobody performing very well. So the true way to go big or like build your own empire, currency, religion, is to expand to those who don't know crypto,
Web2 users.
don't know Bitcoin. So Pi is, in a sense, by far the most successful project doing that. And yeah, I mean,
And that's a religion right there, right? Like you said. Tens of millions of users. That's
yeah,
crazy. That's like absolutely wild.
yeah. You think about it, like if you want to fund something, right? So the entry level founder is you fund a SaaS company, you write a smart contract helping people solve small problems.
Yes.
The top level founder, they're funding something to change people's life. I mean, a lot of people's life are changed because of Pi. I have to say, if I believe it or not. I mean, and also I see the need, the demand for this is growing because I think in 5 years they're gonna have 1 billion people no job. So because they're not good at as robotics, they're also not, frankly speaking, not smart enough to do research. So I don't see there's any job for them. And problem one, we need a UBI program. We need a sustainable UBI program. So WorldCoin is not sustainable by my understanding because I don't see where the money come from. And the Pi is sustainable because they have a way to monetize the user base. They have advertisement and stuff. They're sort of like sustainable, but they're gonna have more like UBI program. We are building with a couple countries to distribute money to every citizen in that country. And
to distribute Pi or no?
no. So,
Got it.
but on the other hand, it's not about money. It's about emotional support, emotional value. People need to have a sense of what we're doing, right? We need to make friends. We need to do something. So on that part, whoever can catch that part will become bigger than Bitcoin. So 1 billion people, at least 1 billion people, and what would they do every day? I mean,
They mine Pi.
probably
Probably. Could be. Oh my. Okay, that is really wild, and I think I'd have to dig a little bit more into that.
yeah,
Because I definitely see, like, there are some videos around, right, about like the in-person Web2 Pi gatherings. They don't know about like cryptocurrencies. They only know Pi. Right? That's the only thing literally that they know about.
yes. I think
And
this is really enlightened me. So I think it's that's how we design the future for science as well. I mean, like that's build how to build a real token, real cryptocurrency. You have a utility, of course. You're gonna have so many applications within your ecosystem, and people are gonna use it. And secondly, you have governance. Of course, we're gonna learn the lesson from Ethereum, making sure people who hold Sign will have governance power. So it's everything. It's not. It's just cryptocurrency.
beautiful. That's really beautiful. All right, I have so many questions I wanted to ask you, but like since our time is coming up, I really just wanted to like let you to share your Tales of Web3 story, right? It's a question that I always ask my guest. Give us, right, our audience, your most interesting stories building Sign, right, that you rarely shared elsewhere before. It can be about risk taking full of unexpected twist, randomness. It can be about fundraising or something silly that you've done. It can be about anything. But like the goal of this question is for you to share a story that our audience can remember, right? Xin did something in the past that shaped who he is today. So yeah, the stage is yours.
Okay. I don't have a very good story, but the one thing I can share is I realized in crypto, and like startup is like knowing myself. Like I mean, I was a kind of okay, kind of good student, was good grades. I tried to get in the best school, to get in the best company. So yes, and in another sense, when I funded this company, I tried to get the best VCs. We spent so much time like proof we're good for the best VC to back, but I mean the most
And you
important
did. You
yeah,
succeeded.
yeah, but at a certain time you will realize the most important thing is not to get backed by the best people, but to become a best people by ourselves. Right? Think about it. Like
That is deep.
I mean, a lot of people right say you graduated from Stanford, right? Like
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
I know. So what I'm saying is a lot of us like you think about our own goals and our own like life. We spend so much time to put good labels on our back, right? So to put good labels on us, but at a certain time you need to think about okay, how do we become a better ourselves? We're not defined by these labels like Sequoia, CG, Stanford, Harvard. No, we're not. These labels don't really define us. We need to show our true self. So I think that's why we start to take the East label out. So right now it's just sign.
Oh, I see.
So we realize we need to build our own brand. We don't want to retweet anything about the other projects on our official tweets. We don't need the mutual partnership for people to see us, look us better. We just become better of ourselves.
I love that. And just wanted to take that a little bit deeper. Like, how did you guys, or how did you come up with that realization? Like, is it like all of a sudden you just start to realize, okay, we don't need all these labels, right? We just need to be the best of ourselves. Or it's like a gradual thing, right? Or is it like any downside that you guys really faced? Like how that realization comes into reality? Because I think that's really important for us to understand.
I mean, for a lot of founders now, like if you don't think you can raise like 30, 40 million in your C round, a lot of people choose to become an ecosystem project, receive bounties to the other projects. So that's what I'm saying, the dependent path, right? So you want to be presenting yourself as somebody's like a little brother, and but later you will realize, I mean, the people you're providing services, you give you an umbrella is not smart enough, or they're not doing good enough. They probably their vision is not real or something. So you just get disappointed from these people and start to think about how can we do better? How can
Got
we
it.
stuff? That's just yeah.
Got it. Thanks for sharing. All right. One last question for you before we wrap up.
Okay.
Please show hard on Sign. What are some exciting things that people can stay tuned on the roadmap, and how can people participate?
Yeah, so I think the timeline is pretty simple. We're gonna launch our token soon, and after token launch, we're gonna launch the new narrative and products and partners with different countries, and we're gonna see the whole stack. Like people gonna see, okay, what is Sign? Probably the global, probably the software infrastructure for global networks or global nations, right? So that's the new image of Sign, and we're gonna launch
Beautiful.
that. So for sign up, as there are going to be a lot of fun stuff in sign up, just like our community page right now, in our community. So like we have karaoke, we have poker game, it will be all there originally. So yeah, I mean we're on the way to realize where we build probably a bunch of blockchain, a super app, or a religion.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Salute to the Sign religion then. Thanks for hopping on.
All right, thanks, Ricky.
Yeah, have a good one.